Before you spend a single dollar, I want to show you what's really behind that imposter feeling, when certifications help and when they hurt, and what actually builds your coaching credibility. Let's start with the question that everyone asks. Do you need to be certified to be a coach? The answer is no, but you'd be surprised how often aspiring coaches push back on this. They'll tell me, no, Luisa, I won't be taken seriously, or I'll feel like a fraud. But the truth is, you don't feel like a fraud because you're uncertified. After all, what is a coaching certification? It's just a paid program that gives you a certificate that's not required or official. So what's actually going on is something much deeper. It might be your childhood, perfectionism, or the kind of trauma that makes you feel like you've got to be overqualified to be safe. The result is the same. You don't feel ready, so you don't start. It's like expecting your first child. Ask any new parent. No one ever feels completely ready for that new baby. You can read all the books, buy all the fancy baby gear, but nothing truly prepares you for when that new little person enters your life. You just have to learn as you go. With coaching, it's the same thing, except in this case, the baby is your business. So here's your secret strategy for building a successful coaching business. Treat it like it's inevitable. Think about it like this. When someone finds out that they're pregnant, there is no more if. It is happening. Ready or not, that baby is showing up in 9 months. You don't get to debate whether you feel prepared enough because that deadline is coming no matter what. That's the same mindset you want to borrow to build your business. You can't wait to feel ready because, spoiler alert, you won't ever feel that way. I definitely didn't. When I first started, I was just given free advice in a Facebook group as part of my market research. I didn't even really think that anyone would actually want to pay me. My first client had to ask me, "You've helped me so much for free. How can I pay you?" Before I was basically forced to put together my first coaching package. But imagine if I'd said, "Oh, I'm not qualified. I've never coached before." I would have missed out on the $5,000 that she happily paid me and the results that I was able to help her get. But don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-certification. I'm just anti-using your certification journey as a delay tactic. Here's the thing, which I have seen over and over again. Most of my clients who I see make their first sales quickly do so without any certifications. But I've also seen a lot of certified coaches in all industries go months without making a single dollar. So what's the real difference? To understand this, let's flip the script and look at it from your client's point of view. They're not hiring you because of your credentials. They're hiring you because they believe that you can help them. To be able to match that energy, you have to first feel confident that you can help them. If you don't, no piece of paper, no matter how much you want it to, will magically make you feel that way. We're going to talk about how to feel that confidence in just a second. But first, a giant caveat to all of this. I know, but it's important. If you're doing trauma-informed work or anything involving medical or mental health care, that's the exception, where official certifications absolutely do matter. Not just for your confidence in being able to take care of people responsibly, but for your client's safety too. Also, sometimes certification does make sense after you've started coaching. Once you've found your voice, worked with real clients, and want to go deeper, it can be super exciting to learn how to get better at your craft and then bring that added layer of depth to your business. High five to that. But unfortunately, you do have to be careful. The coaching certification industry is so unregulated. Seriously, it's the wild, wild west out there. And there are a lot of people more than happy to scam you. So if you do go the certification route, choose a reputable program. In particular, look for ones accredited by the International Coaching Federation, kind of the gold standard in coaching certification. I'll also link a blog post in the description with a few that I trust. But it's one thing to hear all of this. It's another thing entirely to feel like you're alone, scared, and leaping into the unknown with your coaching business. So let's bring it back to something simple and give you some peace of mind about how to start coaching now while feeling legit. It all boils down to one question your potential clients are asking. Can I trust you? And here's the good news. There are plenty of ways to build that trust that don't involve a certification. One of my favorite ways, and the one that I see used the most, is trust by association. For example, as a Princeton grad, I've had clients who hear that name and assume a certain level of work ethic that's associated with an Ivy League degree. Or take my former client Emily. She started her career coaching business with no certification. But what did she have? She'd worked as a recruiter for companies like Google, Amazon, and Facebook. Plus, she'd read thousands of resumes and hired hundreds of candidates. That real-world experience became her trust by association. Probably not a surprise, but this kind of association is the most common for new coaches to use. But it's also not the only way to build trust. Your lived experience, your perspective, and your value system can all help you do that too. The point being, start with what you have. Then use it to help you earn the biggest trust builder that there is. And you can literally start today. Coach one person, help them get a result. Or if you're really feeling it, hop into a community like Reddit and offer your help in a thread. I've had clients do that and then get their first client that way. Because once you help someone, even if it's one person, even if it's for free, you've proven to yourself that you can do this. And that's the real key to getting your coaching business started, because no one else can validate what you're still questioning. So you got to internalize this truth. You don't need to be certified to help people. What you really need is to show up, serve, and build proof that you're the real deal. And if you want some more help doing that, I've got an awesome free training that walks you through the exact steps to get started. Even if you're working a 9-to-5, are short on time, and have no idea where to even begin, you can get it at luisazhou.com/masterclass. Also drop the link in the description.